Okay, we are in the stand of producers tasting Vino Noble di Montepulciano. These are the producers over here, and we do the tasting with them. There are about, I think, 48 producers who are here. They're tasting their Vini Nobile di Montepulciano and Rosso di Montepulciano. This was the anteprima for which Vino was 2012 and Rosso was 2013. So we have with me my friend John Salvi, who is the master of wine, and he's quite regular. Nelly is his wife, and he comes regularly here and quite an expert on all kinds of wine. So I'm going to ask John a few questions about the Montepulciano wines. John, what do you say?
Well, it's a delight. We've been coming for a number of years, so we're getting to know the wines rather better. But unfortunately, this last vintage has had extremely difficult weather, and this morning they've only awarded it 3 stars.
Okay.
Whereas the best vintages usually get 5 stars. And so they're not terribly happy this year.
So what, did you taste some 2014?
I've only managed to taste 4 because as it's not a great vintage, not many people want to sell it. But I have tasted 4, and the one that I tasted was perfectly adequate. The only thing is I don't think they'll be able to make Roselle.
Yeah, or they will not age very well, probably
they'll
drink
age
young.
quickly and not very well, and they won't be able to make Roselle.
What do you think of Montepulciano wines in terms of value? I'm talking, you know, from Indian point of view, where the cost is important because of taxes. So you have Sangiovese, Chianti Classico, or Montepulciano or Montalcino. Now Montepulciano, somewhere it's a middle range in terms of pricing. So what do you think in terms of value?
Yeah, well, I think they're still reasonably good value for money, because Brunellos are now expensive wine. Brunello, the price tends to be high, and Chianti Classico prices are going up with this new Grand Selezione product, so the Montepulcianos perhaps become more interesting, although of course they're less well known.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, John. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we start with the producers. We have Bindella, we start with Bindella, and we go to Barbanera, and then we have the next is Avignonese. They have very nice wine. Tasted some of the excellent wines. And then Antico Colle, and we go quickly on to Villa Anna Vecchia Cantina. This is a social cantina. They make a lot of wine. I believe about 40% of the wine made in Montepulciano. We have Valdipiata. Valdipiata is the producer. Terreroso makes a very nice wine. In fact, I tasted some of the wines last night at dinner, and they were excellent wines. Okay, we are next now with Gracciano della Seta, Salcedo. Rufino, as we know, Rufino is sold in India, but they are getting, I think, only Chianti, and Sula is importing that, and Rufino has been purchased by Constellation, so the big company, so to speak. And Policiano, very good producer. They got lovely Vino Noble and Reserva, and make all the 3 ranges. The owner of Policiano was the president the last time, so great wine to make. This is that's your father, is it? Yeah. He's your father, okay. This is a producer, a boutique producer making natural wines. No yeast are used, and making what, 10,000 bottles a year. Well, I think we're going to taste these wines, a very nice boutique wine. And then we go on to Palazzo Vecchio.
There's the man with the plan.
Yeah. Okay, Maria Louise.
The man with the plan, Canal,
No.
Panama. Do you know what that is?
So what do you think of not your wine, but in terms of your interest in Indian market?
The Indian market, I think, is definitely the future.
Yeah.
And I would like to see our wines go to the Indian public. I think that they would go very well with the Indian food, whether it's fried or spicy. Our rosso di Montepulciano would be an ideal pairing for Indian food.
Yeah, I tasted your reserva. It was excellent, really, very nice.
Thank you very much.
And that Maria is the owner's daughter.
Thank you very much.
The Tola is again very interesting. Hello. And then we have Montepulciano. I tasted their 1986 Vinsanto last night. It was excellent, amazing wine. And this is Lunadoro. And then we're coming on to the Barco. I don't know much about these wines. I tasted them blind, so I don't know. Then we have Bartile. Okay, then we have Leberne. Here comes Leberne. Andrea, he's the president of the consortium. But more importantly, his is the first winery I visited many years ago. I had met him and his girlfriend at that time in Vinitaly, and he didn't know any English, so she was talking to me, and she invited me to come over to the winery. And when I was in Perugia, I think 2004 or 5, I went over to the winery and had dinner with his wife and the mother. The lady got married to him eventually, and now she is the mother of 2 kids. So what do you think of the event, Andrea?
Sorry?
What do you think of the event? Che cosa l'evento, come va?
L'evento va molto bene, le 5 stelle del 2012 sono state perfettamente riscontrate, I vini sono veramente buoni.
So you are the president till May this year? Questo anno?
Sì, sarò ancora il presidente per questo anno.
He makes 45,000 bottles a year. And I don't know, thanks to him, I think we've had an excellent dinner yesterday, different, and so was the lunch. The seating was nice, the food was nice and different, really enjoyed it, and I think Andrea's done a wonderful job.
Thank you,
Andrea.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then you have Cantino, Icario, Diolo, La Francesca, of course, is Antinori, good wine, Calosa, Fattoria del Cerro was being imported into India many years ago by, I think, it was Feynman and more, I think, but then they stopped, there was some problem, and now we have Panetti. They is again a winery which is interesting to me because I visited many years ago. They have some excellent wine at the Reserva. Bossona is from a single vineyard, and it's a beautiful wine, and even the rosso they make is very nice. Calcio Catrina, they, the owner of the winery, her father, many years ago came from Perugia, and he was not there. I didn't know where the winery was. He was kind enough to show me around. It was a great winery. So Katrina, what do you think of changing over from your music to wine? You are a musician, you're a singer, I know, and you shifted because your father kind of forced you into it. How do you like it? Are you happy?
I'm happy because I think that wine and music go so well together.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
It's a wonderful wedding and marriage.
Yeah.
So now we are also finishing works with the new cellar underground.
Yes.
And we have like an amphitheater where I am thinking
Okay.
I would love to organize concerts and music.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
music comes into wine.
So maybe next year when we come, everybody will be invited for a concert at your winery. They got a lovely
But you should come in the
winery.
summertime because
I
that's
would love
open
to.
space.
Yeah.
And yes, so what was my real desire during my youth to do music?
Yeah.
Now I feel so lucky because I'm finding my way to put music into wine.
Lovely.
And,
And what do you think of the Indian market? Are you planning to come to India?
I would love to come to India because I've never been there. So I look forward to having a good opportunity and who knows, maybe discovering and opening a new market for our
Great.
wines.
Wish you all the best. Your wines are lovely, so I would love to see them in India. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you. Croce di Febo is a beautiful winery, small winery, and they have excellent wines. Very small quantity they produce. I've been to the winery twice, I think. And here's the winemaker here. Hello. How many wines are you making? How many bottles are you making now?
From 15,000 to 20,000 per
Bottles
year.
Per year, yeah. Very small boutique winery. Amazing, and a lovely restaurant you have over there. I remember last time I had beautiful food. Great wine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Cantucci. They're the traditional producers. I've been to the winery for the vertical tasting, and there's two cousins running this winery. We're very close to the Fortezza actually. There you walk to the winery for 5 minutes, you're there. Interesting winery there. Carpineto, of course, is Zaccheo, Antonio, father and son both, same name. And they are being imported into India by Ace Beverage and where is Dogaiolo? Where is the Rosso Dogaiolo? I don't see it anywhere. Okay. So, and they are not here, most of them are out of the country. But otherwise, they make excellent wine, good value for money, and Ace Beverage is importing them. And we have this winery, Giusto, Cantina del Giusto, and now we are going to Caneto. Caneto is the winery we are using, a nice winery. Boscarelli is one of the top wine producers here, and this is about the end. Vino Noble is made from 70% of Sangiovese and 30% are defined grapes from the Autochthonous and a few other varieties. It has to be matured for 2 years, 1 year of which minimum must be from wood. And Rosso di Montepulciano has to be aged for 6 months only. And the younger wine, same grapes, same formula, they are allowed 10 tons per hectare, whereas Vino Noble 8 tons per hectare. I think for Indian market, I always say that Rosso is a better bet because not only is it younger, so easier to drink. We don't mature our wines in India, we don't store them properly anyway, and the price is less, and they're softer, they go very well with Indian food. Especially Sangiovese is an acidic grape, and it helps go with the greasy food in India that we have. So I suppose and I hope that we are able to use these wines in India. The Rosso costs anywhere from 3 to 5 euros here, and the regular wine would be, I would say, about 6 to 10 euros a bottle, whereas Reserva can be anywhere upwards of 12 euros. Reserva can be excellent wine, and it may be a bit too tannic also. So this is an area which falls between Chianti Classico and Montepulciano, and I hope you will enjoy their wines. Thank you.